In all of college football, there's nothing like a big game at Notre Dame, and this is one of the biggest in the 75-year history of the stadium as USC comes calling, with the field crowded with stars from past meetings like Marcus Allen and Ronnie Lott on the SC sideline, and for Notre Dame, their last Heisman winner, Tim Brown, and also the great quarterback, Joe Montana. Now, it looks like they're in the green jerseys, surprising everyone to the delight of the over 80,000 fans. Here come the Irish in green. Coach Charlie Weiss, as is his custom, the last one out of the tunnel. This is a team, as defending national champions, not bothered by much of the hoopla. In fact, they're amused by some of it. They won't be intimidated. Here are the top-ranked Trojans. And there's Coach Pete Carroll jogging to the sideline. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium. Tom Hammond and Pat Hayden. I hope you can feel the excitement. I think this is the best atmosphere for a game I have ever seen in my life. And the build-up has been tremendous. And now, as we said, the moment is here. And, Pat, today we're going to see two of the best offenses in all of college football. In fact, that SC offense is truly awesome.
Well, how'd you like to start with the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, Matt Leinart, and a guy that's played remarkably well in his first two games against Notre Dame, 9 touchdowns.
Of course, Notre Dame is no slouch under Charlie Weiss either.
Well, you know, Brady Quinn, I think, is the most improved player in all of college football, whether he's wearing a green jersey or a blue jersey or whatever.
Coverage by the Trojans. Their kickoff coverage had been somewhat of a question mark. Desmond Reed made the hit as Brady Quinn comes out for the Irish starting offensive lineup, hitting 65% of his passes this season. Our starting lineups brought to you by Adidas. Walker Schwab starts at fullback. Rashawn Powers-Neal, the senior, suspended for a rules violation today, not in uniform. Harris, Santucci, Sullivan, Stevenson, and LaVore up front on first down. Tackled by Maurice Crum. As we look at the Notre Dame defensive front, Tabby, Amiri, Laws, Landry, and Fromm. Maurice Crum, who made that stop, along with Mays and Hoyt, who is the leading tackler and leading sack maker for the Irish. Wooden, Ndukwe, Zibikowski, and Richardson in the secondary.
A lot of pressure on their corners.
Between the top-ranked Trojans of USC and the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Matt Leinart about to get his first chance under center, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. 65% completions, as you see our Adidas starting offensive lineups for USC. Starts at a linebacker spot for the Trojans. Here's the way they line up defensively. Jackson, Ellis, Ramsey, and Rucker. The linebackers, led by Lua, their leading tackler, Williams, who made that stop, and Keith Rivers. And in the secondary, a somewhat maligned secondary, Wyatt, Ware, Bing, and Walker. So Bush awaits the punt by DJ Fitzpatrick.
And it should be an angled punt. You don't want to punt the ball down the middle to him.
Fitzpatrick averaging 40.7 a punt this season. Bush says get away from it. Takes a good Notre Dame bounce. And a roll dead at about the 7-yard line. White in the backfield and in motion. Leinart's first pass. Broken up and nearly intercepted. Richardson was there. Corey May is the man, I believe, that knocked the pass down.
Yeah, and Matt Leinart took a shot from Derek Landry. The Irish defense forced a third down, got in Leinart's face, and then nearly picked it off.
So on to punt is Tom Malone, who has punted only 12 times this season, and sends it on its way. Tom Zibikowski has dead aim on it, takes it backing up at the 25, gets by the first special teams man of the Trojans, and claws his way to the 42-yard line. Thomas, flea flicker, back to Quinn, sails it downfield, and partially deflected and intercepted by Keith Rivers. And Rivers takes it back into Irish territory at about the 43-yard line.
See, here's some margin. They're trying to get the ball to him. But the right arm, the throw was altered by LaJuan Ramsey, I believe, the nose tackle, who kind of tipped the ball, and then it heads up. Keith Rivers makes the interception. And, you know, USC during Pete Carroll's tenure there.
Might have been Frostee Rucker that got
5 years there. They're plus 77 in the...
Bush with a hole. Cuts to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Reggie Bush for the touchdown. Receivers in this formation. And Brady Quinn taking it straight ahead, and this is going to be close.
Maybe trying to draw him out. Yep.
Brady Quinn, again, didn't need much. Just needed to take the ball across the 30, and he does. Quinn, first down pass. In trouble. Deflected and almost intercepted again. The protection broke down for Brady Quinn, including that interception. Quinn again has to adjust and throw it complete. What a catch made by Fasano.
24th catch of the year. One of the premier tight ends in all of college football. And I tell you, when you're a quarterback, Tom, and you're kind of struggling a little bit, you're a friendly sight out there.
And 6'5" Anthony Fasano goes upstairs to haul it in. He has 4 wide receivers. Quinn with time, lost it for Stovall. Couldn't catch it, and a flag down. John Walker will be called for interference.
Good a chance. 6'5" against Walker, who was beaten last week. Deep, pretty good coverage there. And then the late pass interference, good call.
No, says he has a bright future in the NFL. He's just a junior. Swing pass to Schwab, the fullback. Tough to get him down, but SC does.
Personal foul. Defense number 90. Blow to the head. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
That's Frostee Rucker, who's been
it on number 90. No.
Travis Thomas trying to cut it back. Hesitation. Thomas for the touchdown. They send Bush in motion. He resets as a wide receiver. And Leinart looking his way. Across the middle and caught. Dominique Byrd. All the way. And knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line by Tom Zibikowski. The tight end wide open across the middle. Rambles deep into Irish territory.
He's a guy that really has only caught 10 passes all season long. But you see how nimble he is for a 265-pound tight end. And then watch Dwayne Jarrett, number 8, right to the bottom of the screen, come up and get a block.
LenDale White looking for a hole. Breaks to the outside and scores. Comes the blitz. Irish pick it up. And Quinn lofts it for Stovall. Diving catch, no good. Couldn't hold on.
Boy,
John Walker defending again.
Yeah, it's exactly. Twice they've tried that. Maurice Stovall makes a nice play on the ball, and he's been making those catches this year, but the ball hits the ground and comes out.
Leinart under pressure now. Unloads. Dropped. Steve Smith had it right in his chest.
It's kind of a triangle.
Leinart steps up, deflected. Made a diving attempt for the interception, but I don't think it was good. Brandon Hoyt had a chance.
This year to a variety of players, but Brandon Hoyt read it perfectly.
Quinn rolls to his right, plants his feet, and delivers. It's caught on the sideline. Got 1 foot in, did Jeff Samardzija for a gain of 13.
When you catch, you have to use your body to catch the ball. You don't make this catch. Just kind of stabbed it with his left hand. Got the left foot in.
Quinn goes for the end zone. Samardzija.
Justin Wyatt up. No, he's not rushing. He's not rushing. He's waiting. And then with the hands again. Once more, if he waits to come down, the ball gets knocked away. Maybe he's tackled. But goes up and gets it as high a point. He's 6'5", and that's the 6th straight game where he's had a touchdown reception.
Tying the record, his 9th of the season as the extra point. Bush. Looking to make people miss. Gets to the outside. He was on pace to lose 3 or 4 yards. Instead, he makes
years. As you watch the moves, he's got the moves of a belly dancer. He stops and starts and goes in this way and that way. Matt Leinart was the Heisman Trophy winner last year, but he wasn't.
Leinart's screen pass. Brandon Hoyt made a great play on Reggie.
This one to Reggie Bush. And then, it's pretty hard tackling that guy in the open field, but a great tackle by Hoyt.
Malone got the punt away, nearly blocked. Here's Zbikowski trying to get to the outside. He has blockers in front. Tom Zbikowski, Malone to beat, shakes him off to the 5 and a touchdown.
I'll tell you, really a determined run out. Tom Zbikowski is a strong safety, not the fastest returner in the team, but he picks up a good block about the 50-yard line from number 81, Rob Woods. And then it was just all breaking tackles and determination to get the ball to the end.
Could be a free play. Looked like Notre Dame jumped offside. Leinart, savvy, keeps it going and has a receiver. Caught by Steve Smith. He'll be dragged down inside the Irish 40-yard line. It looked like after the penalty marker, 37 yards. Pitch to Bush, trying to get a block on the corner. No, he's going to throw a pass, and it is incomplete, off target, intended for Jarrett.
Ambrose Wood.
Leinart, crossing route, complete to Jarrett. Shakes one tackler, then is ridden down short of the 20-yard line as Ndukwe the first to hit him. Gain of 4.
Tough guy playing quarterback.
Roughing the passer. Defense, number 40. Penalty will be enforced from the end of the run. Half the distance, automatic first down.
I think this is Maurice here. On the top of the screen, excuse me. Here he comes here. Late hit the back.
Leinart, fade route, Jarrett, and Smith it is. Smith, and that is intercepted. Intercepted. Ndukwe
makes the interception.
Maybe Wooden. It was right in the corner and difficult to see.
It is Wooden, yeah. So, we talk about significant plays this year. I think one of the biggest reasons they're 4-1 is because of the way of the play of Ambrose Wood.
Fake to Walker. Quinn is sacked. Keith Rivers on the blitz before Quinn
is fast, very fast, absolutely unblocked, and he's too fast.
He raised up as if to pass. Well, they've done that repeatedly this season to Stovall, and instead then hands it to Thomas, and they're still scrambling around.
The ball came out.
Pushing and shoving going on. Stovall in the middle of it. And it is 4th down. Notre Dame has recovered.
Personal foul. Defense number 36. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Oh, wow. What a call. Josh Pinkard. Samardzija resets in the slot. Quinn in the pocket. Delivers. Oh, and it's knocked loose of Fasano with a vicious hit. I'll tell you what, to dislodge this ball from the big Fasano is on the right of the formation. Quinn fakes the handoff and goes down the sideline, intended for Stovall. And another flag as they attack John Walker one more time, and it results in an interference penalty again.
Plenty of time with 4:44 and a couple of timeouts. And USC still has not solved that. I mean, John, penalty yards, then rushing yards.
Quinn sets his feet, wings it to the end zone for Stovall. Jump ball and over the head of everyone. I think Stovall misjudged it as well as he came. Fitzpatrick.
A pretty good job of keeping it away from him.
High, fair catch call. Bush takes it, and then he's hit. Well, that was a stupid play. No other way to say it.
It was Terrell Lambert. Coaching going on there on the sideline, I have this feeling. Yeah, there's clearly the wave.
And the hit. Smith in motion, resets. Here's Leinart. The lefty, chased from the pocket and sacked. Victor Abiamiri.
3rd sack of the season. They stuff a run. expect a timeout used.
They stuffed the run. Travis Thomas thrown for a loss. Fitzpatrick from his own end zone. Reggie Bush standing right around midfield. Fitzpatrick to Bush at his own 48. Dodging one man. Darting to the outside. Reversing his field. This could be dangerous, and he's finally trapped and taken down.
Or is it?
Still on his feet. I don't know. There he is. Wow. You get a glimpse of how dangerous Reggie Bush can be.
All right, thanks, Tom. Well, Coach, the key to this first half seems to be time of possession. You're winning that big time. How do you coach your guys up here in the halftime?
Well, we know that they've been a great second half team.
Right.
So we have to make sure we play the second half the way we played the first half. We withstood their early blows, and here we are. We got a chance right now.
Now time for the Lexus halftime show. Let's go to New York and join Jimmy Roberts in our studios.
Pete, a lot of topics to discuss there in the locker room. Time of possession, penalties, turnovers, special teams. Where did you start? What did you talk the most about?
We just need to go back to work. It's second halftime now. Now we got to go to work, do things right. You know, we gave them a lot of stuff there. You know, we gave them 30 yards on one drive and a punt return. When our offense hadn't had the ball enough, you know. So we got to do our stuff. Primarily, we got to stop them on third down on defense to get the ball back to the offense. We'll see what we're made of. We'll see if we can come back out here and execute like we've been. We're kind of counting on it.
All right, Pete. Thank you. Tom?
You know, USC actually has, 219 yards, but they've only had 27 plays. So when they've had the ball, they've actually done pretty doggone well. But we keep mentioning how well Notre Dame has kind of hogged the football.
Reggie Bush awaits the kickoff to start the second half. DJ Fitzpatrick. Bush says, I'll take it. Does at the goal line. Nowhere to go. Broke a tackle and then taken down at the 10-yard line. Leinart chased from the pocket, unloads it. I don't know if they rule that a catch or not. McFoy made a one-hand stab at it. Do they rule it a catch?
You don't see too many 3-and-outs for this USC team, particularly after halftime.
Whistles blow before Malone can punt.
Prior to the snap, timeout, USC.
Resting at the 19 of the Trojans. Quick snap. They'll have to untangle him. It'll be close. And if you use that yellow line as the guide, it's right in the middle of it. It is first down, USC.
I'm surprised they actually didn't measure. I mean, it looked a lot closer to
me too.
Yeah.
Leinart has a man behind the defense, and it's caught by Smith. Steve Smith was behind Tom Zibikowski, and then Mike Richardson. Leinart, first down pass, double pumps, picked off, intercepted. Mike Richardson picks off the Leinart pass. It looked like a miscommunication between quarterback and receiver.
Stayed right at home. Matt Leinart expected this to be wide open. I don't think he ever saw Mike Richardson. Good disguise coverage by the boundary corner, Mike Richardson.
Blitz. Quinn sacked. Cedric Ellis got him for a loss of 6. Punt.
They've done a good job against Reggie Bush, haven't they?
The minute you say that. Here's Bush to make a move to the outside. Another dance to the sideline. One man to beat, and he's pushed out of bounds to save what could have been a touchdown. Reggie Bush finds a hole and bursts through it. Reggie Bush gone. Touchdown. Zibikowski got him in the end zone, but as he slowed down, but he was across the goal line for a 45-yard touchdown run.
It results in a touchdown. And the incomparable Reggie Bush. 194 all-purpose yards.
Quinn sends Stovall in motion. Hand it to Walker. Trying to get a block. Nothing doing. Loss on the play. A big loss on the play.
Number 59, the direct snap right to Darius Walker. And number 59 is the middle linebacker who was blitzing. And just keeps hustling, and gets some help.
Never missed a home game. Third down and 12. Brady Quinn, plenty of time. Cross the middle, strike. Caught by Samardzija. Mr. Clutch. Gain of 15. It's second down and 14. Fasano, who lost the football. And it's picked up by SC.
Keith
Rivers grabs it and then is tackled at about the 4-yard line.
Half recovers a turnover. So really smart play and a hustling play.
White thrown for a loss. Derek Landry. First down, Trojan 43. Quinn, Fasano. Anthony Fasano to the 22-yard line. Justin Wyatt stopped him after a gain of 21 yards at the 14-yard line of Leinart and the Trojans. It's living up to expectations. Fake the pitch. Quinn has it, lost it for Samardzija in the end zone. He caught it, but he was out of bounds.
This is you're just trying to take the advantage of that all 6'5", a good call. His left foot was on the back line. But good body positioning by Scott Ware. He does catch everything.
It'll be from 32 yards. Fitzpatrick puts it up and through. And Notre Dame reclaims the lead by 3.
Loudest part of the stadium for opposing quarterbacks.
Flag is down. Reggie Bush bouncing the other way. We've seen him do it so often. Ducks out of bounds, but a flag back at the 5-yard line. A gain of 29 should it stand. In a row for the Trojans.
Holding, offense number 67. Half the distance from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
Right there. You know, that's when you get such quick penetration that Derek Landry, you know, he causes.
Bush has enhanced his credentials the most. Leinart hangs it up. Jarrett can't hold on. Ambrose Woods.
As the fourth quarter starts, as Jarrett has it momentarily. Yeah, the ball hits the ground.
Leinart handing off Reggie Bush. They collared him that time.
Derek
for a
Landry
loss.
again.
Leinart from his own end zone. Arm hit as he released, incomplete. Maurice emptied the backfield. Quinn does keep and drives ahead behind his center John Sullivan for a first down. Quinn steps up and then is tackled for a loss on the play by Thomas Williams. Tom Hammond, Pat Hayden, Lewis Johnson, Notre Dame Stadium.
Stovall against John Walker.
Quinn sets up a screen pass. Darius Walker with a blocker in front. Walker with a cut back to the center of the field. On his feet inside the 20. 25-yard gain. Quinn steps up and threw it over the head of Schwab, his fullback, who was wide open and had a first down in his sights. He hit one from 32 earlier. And that one's going to be wide right. Never had a chance. No good.
Well, DJ Fitzpatrick. Reggie Bush right there.
Leinart. Pass caught for a first down by Dwayne Jarrett. White and Bush in. Here's the hand to Reggie Bush. Bush being chased. One man to beat. It gets him out of bounds at the sideline.
Nice call by Lane Kiffin, the offensive coordinator.
Reggie Bush hit behind the line and dropped for a loss. Mike Richardson, the cornerback. Matt Leinart, plenty of time. Now he's going to pull it down and run. There's a penalty marker.
It's going to be a hold, I think, against USC.
Brandon Hoyt prevented further damage.
Little foul. Defense number 66. Penalty will be enforced half the distance from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Number 66 right in the middle of your screen. I guess it was a hand to the face of Lutui.
First and goal, Trojans. Reggie Bush. Bush. Touchdown.
But USC still has its work cut out for themselves. Over 5 minutes remaining for Charlie Weiss's offense.
Van Blarkum in the end zone. Ambrose Wooden is coming out with it. I don't know if that was a good idea. It was not.
You're probably right, yeah.
Reset to the wide receiver spot. Quinn, short drop. Crossing route, Samardzija. Crosses the 30 to the 32. Irish first. Quinn chased. Unloads and has his man. Samardzija again. Samardzija takes it to the 45-yard line. Walker forces him out of bounds. Improvisation by Brady Quinn for 14 yards.
Remember what Charlie Weiss said about Brady Quinn? He says he's all-day tough. I mean, he just took an absolute shot, bounced right back up.
And Samardzija helping his quarterback. Samardzija's the motion man. Quinn, cross slant again to Stovall this time. And he takes it to the 40-yard line.
Well, it's a matchup they keep working on.
Seconds to try to pull one out. Here's a draw play again. Darius Walker bounces to the outside. Walker's down the sideline. Racing inside the 10. Scott Ware saved a touchdown. A gain of 20. Empty backfield with Thomas in motion. Quinn, a short drop. He's going to take it. Quinn, Brady Quinn, stopped. Touchdown! He got the ball across the goal line. Touchdown!
Give Brady Quinn a chance, and that's exactly what he did. You mentioned he picks up a nice block by 26 Travis Thomas and extends the ball over the goal line for the touch.
Brady Quinn.
Look out.
It's a Matt Leinart turns the other way and fires incomplete. Intended for Jarrett. Leinart sacked. Trevor Laws. Matt Leinart, good protection, completes the pass. Passes to Bush. And he stops short of the first down. It'll be fourth down coming up.
Yeah, it's okay, but he picked up about, what, 8 yards?
Leinart on fourth down, in the pocket, goes down the sideline. It's caught. Jarrett just stopped short of the 10-yard line by Ambrose Wooden.
Could you imagine calling an audible at that sign and then delivering? That's why he won the Heisman Trophy. This was an audible. And this was pretty good coverage. He wasn't wide open by any stretch of the imagination. A tight throw, a perfect throw.
Bush stopped short.
I think he got the first down.
But did pick up a first down.
Yeah,
Matt Leinart rolling to his left. He's going to tuck it under. He is stopped short.
The clock's still running. Did he get out of bounds?
Time runs out. The clock says 0. Notre Dame has won. Chaos.
They're still talking.
Fans on the field.
Officials still talking.
Down at the Notre Dame student inn, the students are all on the field. And now they're going to clear the field.
See if Matt Leinart gets out of bounds. Remember, no replay in this game. Ball comes out.
The ball's out.
Ball comes out. So that the clock should have stopped, right? There were about 5 seconds remaining. The clock should have stopped. One official signaled touchdown, but the ball clearly came out.
With the ball going out of bounds. That's Pete Carroll saying just down it.
Down it, yep.
Leinart going to try to sneak it ahead.
He got in.
Touchdown, SC!
By the time I broadcast that Boston College game against Miami a few years ago, but this is as good as it gets.
It is unsportsmanlike against USC.
Back or 7 seconds put back on after faking like he's going to spike it. 6'5", 225-pound fullback or quarterback turned fullback Matt Leinart gets in the end zone. Another look. Again, that was stopped early. I mean, Matt Leinart did run like a fullback on that play. And Reggie Bush is on kickoff coverage now, too. He's going to be the deep man in case they need him.
Trying to lateral it back, still trying to find somebody. And finally, it'll be down, and the Trojans have won. Two heavyweights of the college football world. Two of the best programs in all of college football. 11 national championships each way. Locked up in an instant classic here at Notre Dame Stadium today. Pete Carroll and the Trojans.
What we've witnessed here, one of the classics in the USC Notre Dame history. Huh?
Yeah, it's a pretty big-time game, fellas, man. It was, they did a wonderful job today. Really, hats off to what they were doing here. It was a great day to play in this stadium with this kind of energy, and it's awesome to get a freaking win. Awesome.
Pete, how did you get it back together when you suffered turnovers? You weren't. Your time of possession was way out of your favor in the first half.
These guys really do believe. They really believe they're going to win. I mean, you got to believe you're going to win the way that happened, you know. And they felt it. They didn't give up on the thought that they could win. That's the best thing I can tell you.
Those last 30 seconds.
Reggie Bush, 15 carries, 160 yards. So now let's join Bill Weber in Charlotte for primetime NASCAR Nextel Cup Racing presented by the Principal Financial Group. So long, everybody.